Hey, hope that you're having a beautiful day. I am here in central France in a city called Saint-Étienne. I'm sitting on the little patio in front of the loft that my boyfriend is living in while he's working abroad. And I have this amazing opportunity to come visit for a few weeks and be in this country for the first time. And at the same time, I get to work from here and share this video with you today. Today, I want to talk to you about conception, the new program that I've put together for you, or rather that kind of came through me shortly after I found out that I was pregnant. This program is already incredibly special because it is everything that I have wanted to put out into the world and support you in birthing into the world. But it's been an accumulation of years' work. I've been coaching full-time for nearly 5 years now, working with men and women from around the world, helping them bridge the gap between where they are to where they ideally want to be. And this has been in different areas of their life, be it personally or professionally, oftentimes professionally, either to launch a project or to step up their game in their current profession. But beyond whatever it was that have been doing with clients, the work has been about helping people own what it is that they truly desire and tap into the thing that's really calling them and align their life to that. This is what this program is about, is to celebrate what you truly desire and to prepare yourself for the conception of that desire in order to birth it into the world. Now, the reason I'm offering this to you now is that I am now in a place where I have conceived my biggest life goal. I have wanted to be a mom for a really long time, and it's taken me a lot of deep work to get to a place where I could feel so proud of that desire and to truly take action in order for my life to position myself in a place where it could happen for me, or to be in a place where if it weren't to happen, that I'd be proud of the efforts I put into that goal or into that desire, into that calling. Because to be honest, it's not really something that I set mentally. It's a desire that came inherently since I've been a little girl. And every person I work with has something that they are called to. It can be something that has been, calling you for a long time, but it might be something that's new, that you woke up one day feeling like you just had to do it. Yet what happens when we are connected to what we're being called to or to these deep desires is we're often presented with a tremendous amount of fear and doubt and questioning of ourselves about why am I being called to this? Because when we really care deeply about something, we realize that we have either something to lose or this new version of ourselves that we need to step into. And that can be really scary. It's vulnerable. It's fragile. Yet, the thing is, the worst part, the biggest fear of all is to not do it. And what tends to happen for people is they kind of pretend that they're okay not pursuing it or not aligning their life or making these changes because in the moment those changes feel like impossible to do. But then what happens when they step back is they keep on thinking about that thing that they want, about that desire, about that thing they're being called to. And the more that they avoid it, the more other things start to kind of break down in their lives or their light starts to dim. And that's not necessarily something that people may notice around you. You might have it all together. Your life might seem quote unquote perfect, but inside you know that there's something missing. You know that there's something that you're being called to and that you want to put out into the world, yet you haven't found a safe space to step into that, or a group or community or coach to support you in becoming the person you need to be and taking the action you need to make that happen in your life. So this is why conception is coming to you in January. And the idea for this program came to me, I think it was a day or two after I took my pregnancy test. I was about to launch the U Collective life coach training for 2020. However, finding out that I was going to bring a life into the world in May, I knew I couldn't take on or didn't feel comfortable taking on a year-long program with such, something so new coming into my life. And I also got clear that I wanted to create a certain maternal leave, if you will, to really spend those first few months purely with my child, or we'll see what happens. But in any case, I also knew that I wanted to lead a powerful experience before the baby came into the world, and to also tap into this incredible life force that is growing through me. I've always been fascinated by embryology, and I often tell people when they doubt themselves or doubt how powerful they are, that they should either read an embryology textbook, or maybe just watch a 2 or 3 minute clip on YouTube, because an embryology textbook might be a bit too dense. But we truly come from something incredible and powerful, and yes, science can explain it, but there's something beyond that. And this conception, this bringing to life, is something that we find in all areas of life. There's something when you align yourself, there's something that you've been prepared for, or that you're literally equipped to birth into the world, that you may not know is in you until you conceive it and then gestate and then actually put it out into the world. And so in this program, I want to tap into those life forces that are living in you and identify what is it that you want to conceive. Sure, it might be a baby. You might want to take ownership of the fact that you want to become a mother, or it might be something completely different than that. You might be ready to move across the country, or to become an interior designer, or to finally write that book that's been, brewing inside of you, or to just share your voice in a new way, or in a way that feels authentic to you. So the way you conceive something is I'm not just focusing on creating life here, because that's not necessarily what everyone is called to. And I completely understand and appreciate that. But there's something inside of you that you are meant to create. So that's why this program's here. And I remember lying in bed, and I woke up one morning and the word conception came to mind, and then it just kind of came through me. I wrote it down on paper, and here it is for you now. And I'm truly excited about it, because here we are a few minutes into the video. I told myself I'll do a 2 to 3 minute video, but if you know me, my videos tend to go a little longer. So if you're still with me, thank you. And if you're curious to find out more, all the information is on the website. And as I mentioned, it starts in January. However, when you do sign up before December 1st, not only do you get an early rate, but then you also get to start the process already. So we'll immediately be in communication individually and as a group. This group is reserved to 40 women. So men, I love you, but I'm devoting this program to women only, and only 40. So there's 2 groups. There'll be 20 women per group. We'll be meeting weekly using Zoom video conference. So you can be anywhere in the world, like in France, if you want to come here, or back in Quebec, where I'll be most of the time. Or maybe you'll be in Mexico or Hawaii or on vacation somewhere. I love being able to work with people from all over the world. And my goal in bringing this community and creating a little bit of a larger group than I have in a while. The last large group I led was one of the Come Alive workshop a few years ago. We were about 150 people. So I'm looking forward to having that group energy, because I really believe that there's a need for us to come together and create safe spaces to feel inspired and empowered, to take full ownership of what it is that we really want to not only have and do, but to become in this world. And I think this is the perfect time. I think 2020 also has this incredible energy around it. It's a year that I've, for some reason, have felt connected to for literally a decade. I remember setting intentions back in 2010 for 2020. And one of the things I work with people is helping them find clarity. And when you think about 2020 vision, it's about clarity. And so we're going to be tapping into that powerful 2020 energy, so that you really tune into this clarity about who you are and want to become, not only for 2020, but moving forward. And then when you need to reinvent yourself, you'll also have tools and a community that will support you in doing that. So I look forward to leading this program with you, being part of it with you, and to see what you are going to create. We're going to be tapping into some powerful conversations. So you got to be willing to put yourself out there. And there will be moments where you feel fragile and vulnerable, but that's where your power lies. So I want you to bring that. And I promise you, you are going to develop incredible relationships with the other women in this group. And my job is to create the space for you to thrive, for you to conceive, for you to be prepared, and to put out into the world what you've been called to do. So if you have any questions, do not hesitate. send me an email, info@melissacolrett.com, and I will quickly get back to you. And we are going to embark on this incredible journey. So with that, I wish you a wonderful day. I look forward to guiding this with you. You might hear some noise in the background. There's some cars honking or whatnot. But anyways, thank you so much for being here. And here's to what it is that you're being called to. And by the way, if you're like, well, I don't know what that is, we're going to find out. You don't have to have it all figured out. No. The whole process will unravel through it and together. I wish you a beautiful day, and I will see you soon. Bye.